It is Friday, January 25th, 2013. Breaking news this morning as a federal appeals court has ruled that President Obama violated the Constitution when he bypassed the Senate to fill vacancies on the National Labor Relations Board. Aaron Zitner is in Washington, D.C. to explain for us. Aaron, give us the backdrop of this ruling this morning.
Well, this is just in and we're trying to sort it out, but this was a federal appeals panel, a three-judge panel that said President Obama violated the Constitution by making some appointments to the National Labor Relations Board. The violation was because these appointments were made as what are called recess appointments. Usually, the Senate has to confirm these posts, but when Congress is in recess, the president has the option of filling jobs that otherwise require confirmation, and people can serve in those jobs for about 2 years until the next Congress recesses. The thing we don't know is how broad this ruling is. A lot of it could turn on the definition of what a recess is, or it could be something broader about all recess appointments. In other words, we don't know if they objected to the way this recess appointment was done and whether Congress really was in recess when this appointment was made, or whether this affects all of these so-called recess appointments.
And some of the backdrop of this challenge to the appointments came after a lawsuit was filed against the NLRB by a soda bottle and distributor, Noel Canning. That company claimed, among other things, that a board ruling against it in a union dispute last year, that was moot because Obama had not sought the Senate approval for these three members. Now, Aaron, let's talk about what the implications of this ruling are beyond just what we have today. What about the appointment of Richard Cordray to head the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? Could this have some impact there?
Well, that's right. So these are the two things we got to figure out. One is Richard Cordray, who Obama installed as head of the new Consumer Protection Board that came out of the Dodd-Frank law and has been in the news a lot as something the Republicans haven't liked, but which Obama says is needed to protect consumers and give them information about financial products. The Senate refused to confirm Cordray to head the Consumer Protection Board. Obama, again, acting while Congress was in recess, named this guy, Richard Cordray, to head that board. Depending on the scope of today's ruling, it could affect not only the NLRB, but Richard Cordray's appointment to the Consumer Protection Board and perhaps other recess appointments. Second, as you've said, this issue came to the court because a soda bottler lost a dispute in a union and challenged the legitimacy of the NLRB people making the ruling. And in invalidating the appointments to the NLRB, the court is also invalidating the actions taken by those so-called illegitimately appointed NLRB members. And so now we need to revisit actions by the Labor Board that were made while these recess appointments were in effect and figure out which ones will stand and which ones will fall.